Ism podcast. We are back. We're here to give you game. We're here to just talk. You know what I'm saying? This is just your family now. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking. You know what I'm saying? We're shooting the shit. Me and my dude
Yep.
out here. You
Yep.
feel me? A lot of things to talk about tonight or today,
Yeah.
whatever. A lot of things to talk about. I'm a start you off with it. I'm gonna start you off, and you let me know what things you found this week and just interesting things that you thought of.
Okay. Well, I think we should talk about the Jim Crow thing first, honestly. So in Mississippi, they're reinstating some Jim Crow laws. And basically it's just they're they're literally putting like it seems like only white people to surveillance like black communities like in more in depth, like just higher surveillance or whatever. When it comes to
Hmm.
that. And I'm just like,
Hmm.
it kind of reminds me of like the opposite of like or just another variation of like sundown states. No, sundown towns that I told you about, bro. That are, there's like
Right.
these little communities that only white people live there,
Only
and
white people
they have
there.
like their own little laws. It's freaking crazy.
Like the fact that this shit is, but I'm not surprised. But yeah, that the fact that like, okay, so pretty much the laws you're saying are pretty much
They're basically they're like turning these people into like cops or something. That's what it's saying.
right,
It's
like
saying
regular
like,
people, like regular people are turning to
well,
cops. You're saying?
listen to this. You tell me what you get out of this, bro. It says the Mississippi State House passed the House Bill 1020 mostly along party lines last month, sending the proposal to the state Senate. The legislation would establish a separate court system for part of the state's capital city with judges appointed by the state chief justice in the area under the system's jurisdiction, patrolled by a state-run police force.
Okay, read that last part. Read that last part a little bit again.
And the area under the system's jurisdiction,
Yeah.
patrolled by a state-run police force.
Okay, so what I got of that is that they're allowing a certain particular area being run specifically by a police force, which
Yeah, it's like kind of like what, like neighborhood watch.
that's what it kind of sounds like because it's like, okay, aren't they already like should be like kind of maybe not patrol? Did they say patrol? Was that a word that they use? Patrol or
Yeah,
run
patrolled
by?
by a state-run police force. Yep.
Okay, patrol. That means that they're always there and they have people there all like 24/7 type shit. Like people just sitting there type shit. You know.
So there has to be like a reason. I think yeah, one of the guys is like a state representative is actually saying I think it's because of rising crime.
hmm
But I'm
Mississippi.
like, but it's still racist, right? Because it's like, why is it like black communities? It's not saying bad neighborhoods or like where
Right,
these.
right. Is that what they said though? Did they say black?
Yeah, that's what I read earlier. That's what it says. It says let me see. Yep. Okay, so it says passing a bill that could heighten control from overwhelmingly white state leaders on a predominantly black community.
Mm,
Um,
hmm, hmm. Well, this is the jargon they'd like to use, and then they like see the average person if they read that they would. I mean, the first time you read it, I didn't know what the fuck that even meant. You know what I'm saying? So the average person is not going to even read that twice, three times to get the understanding of what the hell's going on. You know what I'm saying? So they use all these rhetoric and all these words to kind of confuse you and you know what I'm
yeah.
saying and get
Well,
you to a point where you're like, you know what?
this
I'm
article right
trying to
here,
read this
bro.
shit.
This article right here is saying that Jackson, like Mississippi, where this is happening, has like the highest murder rate of any U.S. city last year.
Wow, Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
I mean, I do know Mississippi is bad, or can be bad. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, okay, well, we gotta look at it from both sides, right? Now, does
I got
more
it.
cops?
Hmm.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I'm getting at, bro. Remember, bro, this isn't nothing temporary. It's a fucking law
Right, it's a
that they're trying to
law.
pass. And it
Right,
reminds me of basically
right.
9/11
That's good.
and
Very good
COVID.
point.
You know, like
That
they
is a
just
very
do
good
something. They're like,
point.
oh, this is just for help you guys with protection. And then once
Right, precisely.
the
The
attack
shit
or the
dies
threat
down,
it dies down, the laws
is gone.
remains. And this is the
Yes,
way
you
it's
are
just gonna
very,
be.
you're very right about that. You're
They could
in,
be
and that
experimenting, and then it'll be like, okay,
right.
maybe eventually one day it'll be another county, and then
Always
all of
like this.
Mississippi, then whatever's next, and then you know.
Exactly. Yeah,
Oh
that
my God, dude.
that kind of counteracted what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, you know, what I was gonna ask was, does more cops equal less crime? And
Ooh, what do you think? That's a good one.
me personally, I don't think so. No, because I mean, look at New York. New York has
Ooh.
cameras, cops everywhere. We've been there. We've seen it.
Yeah,
There are
but
cops
don't you think there's New
everywhere.
York is like an exception because there's like more people than cops in a way. I mean, it's like that everywhere, obviously, but I'm saying they're like all
Yeah,
bunched up and I don't know. But you have a point though.
but yeah, like I mean, they it gets to a point where they don't care. And if you give someone if again if you give someone the need to do crime, if there is a need to do crime, it will be okay. Either I starve or I go to jail type shit. And most people are not willing to starve. You know what I'm saying? Or so something. There's gonna be some ultimatum
So
that's gonna be made in their head, and they say, okay, whatever I'm doing, if I get away with it, is worth not being in the situation now. And if I do get caught and I go to jail, that's also worth not being in the situation I'm in now. Like it's gonna be ultimatum, and most people will take it. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I don't think that more cops equals more or less crime. I think again, the need for the crime is where we need to start. Is where we need to look at the need. The why is it that now the killing is a little bit different, right? Because again, that's with the drug trade. That shit again, they just need to regulate that. We talked about this a little bit last episode, I believe, but they need to regulate it, bro. They need to just. Why is it that, and this is from The Wire, but why is it that every other business or a lot of businesses you can sell something to someone and they don't want to kill you, but when it comes to drugs, someone messes you up, okay, you want to kill them now, right? But someone messes you up in real estate, you can't go kill them.
oh,
You're
that's
not gonna go kill
funny.
them,
Yeah, yeah,
right? You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So why is it in drugs that this is such a malice and a violent industry? Why can't and the thing is about it, bro, is like
You know
it
what it is,
used to
bro?
be. What is it?
I feel like it's well. Remember, bro. It's like I feel like most people who do things like that aren't good people. So it's like you're trying to, you're like asking for empathy from a group of people who really aren't like that.
I'm gonna challenge that because I get where you're coming from, right?
And
But
I know what you're gonna say.
these, all right, shoot. Now, what about the dude selling us cereal? What about the dude selling us
Dang.
in GMO meat? What about the dude selling us GMO apples, fruits, vegetables, food in general? You look in the ingredients and there's shit you cannot pronounce. Those are drugs.
But bro,
So and
I'm not talking about the moral aspect of it. I'm saying, bro, if it's illegal, you got to think about the
right.
people that know that it's illegal and they still do illegal shit. Them motherfuckers are crazy. So I'm saying you can't ask. When you have that in your head, you can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, them motherfuckers are just something's obviously
You
wrong
gotta
with them.
right. And yeah, that's
Because bro,
fair. That's
there's
fair
I
to say.
mean, I know there's obviously exceptions and things like that, but bro, there's not a lot of people in the world I feel like that they are they have to sell drugs. They cannot get a
Mm,
job. They have to sell drugs.
right,
I
right.
would
No,
get it if
it's
it's like
very
an
few.
ex-con, some a felon that just can't get a job, and he's like, "This is all I know." Maybe
Mm,
because it's like you can't even work at McDonald's. But
right,
other than
right.
that, bro, there's always a way.
Yeah,
It's
everybody
like
got a
we
choice.
usually say,
Everybody got
bro.
a
It's
choice.
like people get in love with that money, that quick money.
Indeed. And you always have a choice.
Yes.
I don't care who you are, that you always have a choice. It's always up to you. Now, we're not like kind of dismissing the struggle and we're in kind
No.
of dismissing the fact that, it is hard if you've already been in jail one time or you already got a record. It is hard for sure, but you always have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get where you're coming from for sure, and I can't even say you're wrong about that. Um, but I do like just to bring up the fact that we are also getting drugs pushed to us
Yes.
every day legally. You know what I'm saying? Legally, not just prescription drugs. I'm talking drugs that we eat every day. Shit that's in our frozen pizza, shit that's in our bagels. You feel me?
Yeah.
This is shit that people are there. The white man is profiting so much because they create the laws for it to be okay.
Yeah. Remember, it's their system.
It's their
You
system,
know.
right? So it's like okay, because and like I said, you're right about that. Like the fact that the shit is legal, but okay, What's illegal and what's legal? Where does like who creates that? And obviously we know it's the systems. You know what I'm saying? So it's like okay, whoever controls the system is able to dictate, technically dictate good or bad,
Yeah.
in a way. You know what I'm saying? So it even gets to the point where now don't get me wrong. Yes, selling drugs is you see the damage it can do to communities, right? But if people are going to buy it, regardless of who is selling it, right? I can see it being an option for people. You get where I'm coming from? Because if it's not gonna be you, it's gonna be the next dude. You know what I'm saying? But I still think it should, and it was regulated at one point. You could go out and buy heroin. You can go out and buy cocaine at one
It's
point
like
in the
that in
40s,
Mexico right now.
30s. You really?
Yeah, so you can go to
Like,
a store
cause
and get
like,
like heroin and shit. Like, yeah, Vice did a documentary, but I literally saw it what, like 2 months ago, maybe. It looks like
wow,
Walgreens, bro, for real. You get
it's
lean,
sanctioned.
huh? I think so.
It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
wow. Well, but okay. Did they talk about how the crime is?
I don't remember,
Like,
bro.
did
This
they?
was like months ago. I'll have to send it to you. But it's like it's a documentary. I think it's on Vice, and it looks like a regular Walgreens. And they just
Mhm.
walk in, and he got like cough syrup, heroin, like Percocet, things like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have to wonder that if you take out all the uncertainty, all the shadiness of things, you'd have to wonder that if things should go down, right? I mean, violence should go down, theoretically, right? Because
No, bro. Because
99,
how does that solve anything? It's just easier access for drugs, but it's not easier access
well,
to resources for the people dealing the drugs.
facts, but okay, but now we're okay. Look, right? We're talking about two different things, right? Because crime is one thing, but violence also obviously is a crime, but that's another thing. Violence a lot of times is due to okay, someone robbed me, right? Now I want to go shoot him, kill him, stab him, rob him again, beat
Oh,
him
I know
up.
what you're getting at.
You get where I'm coming
I
from, right?
just
And
feel like, bro, when it's like they'll just move on to something else.
what do you mean
You
by that?
like, bro, it's like I'm saying, bro, it's like you're just cutting out one crime that they commit. You know
Right,
what I'm just saying?
right,
Dumb
right.
people, they'll just find something else. It kind of reminds me of like, bro, why do you think all these people are now like on fentanyl and like on opiates and shit like that? Because America started legalizing weed and shit
Hmm.
like that, and who gives us
Right,
most of the
right.
weed? Mexico and shit like that. So once
Hmm.
like they started seeing that we got it's just legalized a lot here and people are just getting it here, they were like, "Fuck it, we gotta go to pills now." So now most of
Right,
them are on pills. So I'm just saying
right,
they'll just keep switching to another thing, another thing, another thing.
right,
Maybe not as
right.
much. Obviously, this is an entire crime that would be like almost vanished. But I'm
Right,
just
which it
like, you're
would
still
still
gonna
be
be
good.
someone poor being like, well, anyways, and now I gotta go here. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. And I think
That's like, bro, if like you dealt like weed or whatever, and then you get arrested, and then you come back, and then you find out, oh, I can't do weed now. Then there's another guy that's like, hey man, but if you could do crack like a town over for 100,000
right,
or whatever,
right.
the fuck you be like,
You'd
okay,
be
fuck
you'd be
it,
okay.
yeah.
Right, 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 right. Well, again, I think if it's treated as a business more so than an illegal activity, I think because look,
Well,
obviously
it
we
is,
know that it's a
bro. It
dangerous
is treated
thing.
as a business. That's why them higher ups don't like it, and they make it illegal. I mean,
Right.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you've heard
But
of it, bro, that they make shit illegal because it's like they're not getting a cut out of it.
exactly, they can't tax it. But the thing is about this illegal activity is now you can go kill someone over this shit, and obviously it's not legal, but like it's a part of the trade. You go rob someone, you go do some shady shit, you go sell them some fake shit, you're liable to get killed, right? Now, what if we change it to you liable to get sued? What if we change it to you're liable to pay a fine, right? That's
Um,
gonna that's gonna that's gonna change the dynamic, the dynamic of things. You know what I'm saying?
it
Like,
would, but I
okay,
feel like
not,
people would still be dying because that motherfucker you sued me.
but then you get like it's so
I get
much
what you're saying,
harder
bro.
to do.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
yeah.
it's a stream of illegal activity would be seriously dwindling
No, no, it
because
would
now
definitely,
everything
it
is
would do
legal,
something.
right? Now everything is going through the system. Okay, he sold he now every transaction is recorded, right? Every you go buy a brick, you buy a brick from a distributor, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he fucks you over. If you go kill him, I mean, it's right there. You know, who's your last person that they bought from? You bought from. So if they end up dead, okay, you go to jail for life, right? Where it's like nowadays, or well, now with the legal crime, is like if you're smart, you can get away with shit. Nothing is um recorded. Nothing is on paper. Ideally, you know what I'm saying. So
Mhm.
it's like okay, it really is up to snitches. But now if you eliminate that shit and you know what I'm saying, like had they regulate things in the neighborhood, build store again, people are going to get high. That's not going to change.
Yeah.
That will net people always want to escape reality.
Yep.
So you regulate it, you make it people be able to go and smoke it or do whatever they need to do in a safe place. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
pretty sure there
Obviously,
has to be places like that in the world, bro. Like I think
yeah. Well,
in
Amsterdam.
Oregon, I think in Oregon they have mushrooms like
Oh
legalized.
yes. Well, in Oregon, I'm pretty sure crack like cocaine is legal.
Yeah.
Like I think something like that.
Yes.
But Amsterdam, every drug is legal. Where's the crime? You don't hear about no crime about going out like that in Amsterdam. You don't hear about drive-bys and shit like that. Shit is sanctioned.
So, bro, it's like
It
this is such a dumb thing to say, but is it? So, is it like lack of resources or lack of access to drugs?
well, it depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about
No, because I'm just saying, bro.
right.
Like, what if the say you're saying, what if there's like truth, a lot of truth behind it? I'm like, but if crime went down just because of that one thing that got fixed, I'm like, so is that one thing, which is drugs or whatever, is that dictating like a lot of the crime is kind of crazy. It wouldn't surprise me, but I'm like,
See,
damn, that's really the thing.
I mean, I think so to an extent, but at the same time, again, I'm making this distinction between crimes and violent crimes because I could be a completely sober dude and I still need to go steal some shit. I still need to go steal. Well, I'm not gonna say need to, but I still want to go because I'm starving. I still want to go rob. No, I won't say rob, but I still need to go.
Yeah,
That right? Yeah. I
yeah,
won't say rob, but I still want to go steal this car and sell it for money because I'm struggling.
yeah. At the end of the
So
day,
I,
that's
I'm
the
I'm
goal, the money.
that's the money, right? But the violent crimes is more so someone disrespected you, someone stole some money from you as well, of course. But the principle of it is like,
Okay,
yo,
I get what you're getting coming at.
you get where I'm coming from?
Yep.
It's a different kind of need for the violent crimes, but crimes in general, where people are just trying to get out of the position they're in, I don't personally think that it's always about drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's more so about getting out where they need to. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to watch, First 48 all the time as a kid. You know about it. And a lot of the killings was a deal going wrong. Someone reaching for something and they think they're about to
It's
get,
always
you
like
know what
that.
I'm
It's so
saying?
dumb.
Yeah. And dudes unload, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like
Always,
that,
yeah.
or over girls or some bitches and shit like that. Like that shit happens as well. You know what I'm saying? Like some stupidness. You know what I'm saying? Where the girl don't even fuck with you, but you willing to die and go to jail for this girl that don't even fuck
Oh
with you
my
like that.
gosh, dude.
You
Jeez.
know? So
That's crazy, man.
it really we gotta. It's easy to lump all crime into one thing, but really they're a lot different. Cause different people do different crimes for different things. You know what I'm saying? And I think the one that in general that is the most like obviously impacting is obviously the violent crimes because people are dying, right? So I think if we sanction drugs, if we kind of, you know, regulate them, okay, you're trying to get drugs in the neighborhood, right? Okay, you walk in, bro, a store would seriously help a lot. You don't have to go into no shady shit. There's security at the store. You know you're getting your, whatever you're trying to pay
Bro,
for.
remember we got just equated to like the weed thing, bro. They got
Right,
in Connecticut, bro.
dispensaries.
You know they got stores
Yeah,
now, right?
dispensaries, right. You go out
Yeah,
there,
we got
you don't
they got
got
dispensaries
you
here
don't got
now.
to deal with a 14-year-old kid trying to rob you. You know what I'm
Yeah, they
saying?
got stores here now. Yeah.
You walk in, you get what you need to get, and you leave.
Yep.
Simple. You don't get shot, you don't get stabbed. None of that shit.
Bro, Connecticut has made billions already, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
is
well,
ridiculous.
you
I did not think. I'm like, damn, dude, that much money is just for
now
weed is
now
crazy.
imagine if they legalize cocaine.
Oh man, man,
Well, they already
bro.
did before,
How
but
are we
they
not talking
re-legalized it.
about this? Hold on. How are we not talking about this, bro? Okay. So let's say we legalize coke tomorrow, bro. How many crazy motherfuckers are gonna be out here now? That's what we gotta
I'm
talk
gonna be
about.
real.
Yes,
Look,
the crime will go down, but there's gonna be motherfuckers.
look.
And now I was scared, bro, when they legalized weed here in Connecticut, because I'm like, yeah, weed is like harmless in a way, but I'm like, it's gonna be a lot of dumb motherfuckers driving now. Because there's people, I feel like they're just not, they're too confident when they're high and driving, and they're like, no, I got it. And I feel like just like drunk drivers. Like I've heard people be like, I drive better when I'm drunk,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay.
So I was like scared of that. I was like, man, I agree with it, legalize it, but I'm like, what about just, are you gonna just be smoking in front of a school? Are you gonna be a bunch of high drivers? So imagine now coke, heroin, crack, and all that stuff.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does it matter to people that okay, does it matter if something is illegal or not? Are you going to go get it regardless if you want it?
It's definitely a barrier.
It might be a barrier, but people that
You definitely think twice. You're like, ah, fuck,
true,
should I get that shit?
true, but someone that is already they do it,
Yeah, most people, yes. Like I want to
right?
say like 80, 90% just say fuck it.
They already know how to get this shit. Whether it's legal or not is not really up for that. That don't really matter to them. So the fact that yeah, yeah, maybe someone that has never done it, they might be able to. It might be more susceptible to them. Obviously, it might be more easily accessed. But people
Hmm.
that already do the shit. So whether it's legal or not is not going to really make a difference whether they're not doing
Oh,
it.
I see where
You
you're
get where I'm
getting
coming
at.
from? They're
Okay,
gonna
okay,
do
I
it
see what you mean.
regardless
Yeah,
whether
yeah,
it's
like
legal or
that,
not.
like it would be happening
It'd be
anyways.
happening anyway. It's just now
But
it's
you know,
safer to
it'd be
buy.
crazier, I guess,
No, because
because this is
bro,
right there. I could get it.
bro, I'm telling you, and I don't know who you work with, but I could tell you maybe 35% of 35% of the individuals that you work with have probably done it. Have
Yeah.
done it or is doing it. Maybe not doing it every day. Maybe they only do it at
I
parties.
wonder how many people do coke. That's. I
Bro,
feel like everybody
it's
smokes, but
ill.
how many people
Look,
do coke?
you would be surprised. A lot of
Right?
people do it. A lot of people have done it, do it. It's they call it the America's coffee for a reason. A lot of people do this shit, man, and it's like you know, it comes down to you. If it does get legalized, I think it'll just be more out in the open. But people are just is doing it to this day. They might even
No, you make a really good
you know.
point, bro.
I used
Damn.
to know. I worked with a dude. Not he wasn't there at the job long, but man, I used to smell the shit on him. I told you about this story before, but I could smell the shit on him. I'm like, damn, you reek. Like and he would whenever he'd go for his break, he'd take his bag, everything with him.
It's so funny.
Yeah, and like some of the dudes at the job was like, yo, like they could something was up with him. They knew something was up with him, but I could smell it on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, like you know what I'm saying? And this dude having a blast. He grinding his teeth and everything like that.
That's
We're
funny as
having a we're
hell.
having a regular conversation. He's having a lot of fun. He's sweating. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, that's definitely that.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude
That's
sweating, bro. Like,
hell.
yeah, man. Like, so a lot of people do it, bro, and it don't.
Hey man, I don't know. I can't judge nobody, bro. Honestly, because it's like I understand. I always look at addiction like maybe this is just me having too much empathy for them, but I always look at it like you're just trying to be happy. You're trying to escape something. Some people it's sex, some people it's food, gambling, weed, alcohol, whatever. But that just happened to be your thing.
Yeah,
You know, I have a really addictive personality,
right.
so it's like I could fall into that shit like this. You know, like so.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just sad, bro. It's just like it's just sad because sometimes they're like, I mean, they're all harmful, but some of them, I mean, you could talk. If you were to see a picture of like someone who's been smoking for 40 years and a cokehead who's been
right.
doing coke for 40 years,
They,
you're gonna be like, holy
yeah,
shit.
they're completely
You know what I'm saying?
different.
So that's what's sad about it, because I'm like, damn, you picked that one to be your thing.
Right,
That's why I don't drink. I'm like, nah, if I drunk, bro, I'd look like a skeleton.
right.
Like I'd look crazy. But I always be doing.
Yeah, you always be like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You always be, and it's not something that you can do every day. You know what I'm saying? Which obviously some people
Yeah, and
can.
then
Some,
the scary thing about it, bro, you'll become dependent on it.
right.
And then there's people that have stopped cold turkey and died.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know,
Right.
that's
It is
yeah, that's
scary.
crazy.
It is scary. You know what I'm
Look
saying?
at lean, bro. Like you could quit lean, bro, and in
And
six
still
months you could
die.
die.
And still die.
But that now that is just freaking
Right.
ridiculous. I don't know.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But bro, hold on. We can't forget about the other shit we got to talk
Right.
about. So we talked about the Mississippi thing, right?
Kevin Hart. Or is that wait? Was that what you talked?
Boy, oh
Is that
boy, this
is
Kevin Hart
that
shit
was
is
that what I
crazy.
heard or no?
What do you
Is
mean?
that what I heard? What do you say?
Yeah, yeah. We let's
Oh,
talk about
oh,
that.
okay, okay, all right. Well, you brought it up. You brought it to my attention, so you explain what happened.
So what I heard, man, and this was like a week ago, I think. I think he just got banned from Egypt, but basically he was just telling
Wait,
Egyptians or
wait.
people in
He
Egypt.
got bad from Egypt?
I think so. That's what I texted you the other day. Yeah, I think he got either he got banned. I know his tour got canceled over there. I know that.
Right, right, right.
And it
Yeah,
was
they canceled
basically,
him. They
yeah,
Egyptian
basically it was
style.
because he, huh?
Egyptian style. They canceled him. They said you can't come back. You can't come back to the to
Too
the
funny.
to the to the to the land,
Bro, I'd cry if I got banned from Egypt.
bro. I'd be like, bitch. Oh shit.
I'll go over there
You
swimming.
out of your fucking mind banning me, man. But they gon' I mean,
Especially Kevin. So Kevin Hart got banned for basically saying the real Egyptians or the original Egyptians are black.
right, right. Which I
Chicken
find
Little.
is so interesting that the fact that they really believe that they were not black because okay, peep this, right? If
They think they're Jewish,
yeah,
I bet, right?
I think that they think they're the original
Bro, I've
inhabitants.
had like I told you, my old boss, he thinks that Jews are the ones that built the pyramids.
Yeah, I mean, even that isn't out. Like, I don't believe that, but even that's not outrageous. Because, and I'll say the reason why I don't think it's outrageous, even though I don't believe it in any way possible, shape, or form. The reason why I don't think that's outrageous is because it's documented in the Bible. Except, well, actually, no. Maybe it's not documented in the Bible, but they say that they were slaves.
Bro, I have the quote. You want to hear what Kevin Hart said?
Yeah, but wait, well, actually, hold that thought. Remember that thought. But
Go ahead, bro.
I don't think it's documented in the Bible. But I think I know for sure that the in the Bible the Jews were slaves, and
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
probably kind of
We talked
connect.
about
Yeah,
it
people kind of connect the dots the two. But so even that,
because they said, oh, they arrived on ships or
right?
whatever.
Which
We talked about it. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
which to me is like okay, at least there's something to back up. I don't still to this. I don't think obviously that the Jews. I don't even. Well, we've talked about this before. I don't think that's
No,
true
bro,
at all.
obviously not. Because
Right.
remember, they're not just saying Jews. They'll be saying like they were slaves or whatever.
Right. Right.
We already talked about this, bro. Ain't no freaking
There's
way a
no way.
slave can make
No, it's
a
not
pyramid.
possible.
Are you
It's not
crazy?
possible.
No.
We will got to go into that a little bit more once we do our Egyptian series.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Oh my
But
god.
but the point I was trying to make is if think about it, people watching. Think about a white dude saying that they were the original inhabitants of America. How would you look at them? Because we have
Funny.
proof that the that Native Americans essentially were here before them. So that's we have proof that the African people, black phenotype people, were inhibitors of Kemet. I'm gonna say Kemet because that was the original name of Egypt, which means the black land. Kemet. You feel me? So
Mm.
Egypt. There's mummies with braids with afros. Depiction on the hieroglyphs with black people. And we know they're black because they've also depicted white people and also light-skinned people, fair-skinned people. So we know
Oh,
who they're
okay, okay.
depicting, right? It's not a question of oh they might just be no we know, right? So they were black. Anyone thinking no they were black? Yes, there might have been um I think Cleopatra was Greek, right? Which was one of the I think she was a pharaoh, but that's one of many of hundreds of leaders of Egypt that were black, independent, you know what I'm saying, leaderships. So, but anyway, I digress. But what did Kevin Hart say?
Man, you're making really good points. But what Kevin Hart said was, he said, we must teach our children the true history of black Africans when they were kings in Egypt and not just the era of slavery that is cemented by education in America. Hart was reported to have said in December, reportedly adding, do you remember the time when we were kings? That's crazy, bro. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
what he said, though.
Hmm. That's all he said, and they got angry.
Yes.
They got
And
angry.
he got criticized for that?
Think about that now. You telling the real history, and people get mad.
But Egypt is in Africa,
Isn't
though.
right? It's literally right.
What?
It's bro. It's look. Let me get the map out. It's right. Well, I can look it up on my phone, but it's. Let me just hold on. I'm pretty sure it's right above Ethiopia, Egypt or African map. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Let me get
Bro, the fact that he got
Egypt.
banned.
Okay,
And why is it
Egypt is
up?
right above Sudan, but
Damn.
the old map of Egypt was it was Kemet, and then it was the land of Kush and the land or I think there might have been together. But either way, the Kushites were black people, and the Nubians were kind of all. Everyone was kind of mixed in together. So it was the same people. It's different families. That's all it is. It's essentially everyone was black, but it's just different families ruling things. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So but the fact that he got banned or he got his trip or his his his
Tour
his tour
canceled.
canceled because he's talking literally the truth. This is what happens. You can't be proud of your heritage.
And you know what sucks, bro? He's already like at the he's like one he's definitely one of the higher
Yeah,
ups, bro. He
for
doesn't there's
sure,
not a lot of controversy.
for
He's
sure.
been extremely successful for a
Hmm.
while. So I'm pretty sure because I was thinking I'm like why isn't he responding or is there any backlash from this? And I'm pretty sure they told him, the higher ups were like,
Yeah,
dude, shut up.
exactly, exactly. Because I've seen videos of him like saying, I don't know if you've seen a video, but like I've seen him like have an interview with some people, and he's like, and they start talking, start taking or talking like a little bit like, you know, a little bit too real, and he'll tell them to like,
Oh
you see that
yeah,
one video
dang,
with the
one more
girl, right?
that damn, bro, damn, that's
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
point.
yeah. So they,
Dang, who was that? Oh, he did that
I think it
with
was Kelly Clarkson.
huh?
I think it was Kelly Clarkson. It was a girl.
Yeah, but there was one bro. I think it was a Disney star or someone else, and she was like, "Oh, I got real rich, and I got like someone contacted me or something like that."
Yeah,
It was something
I think
like
that's the
that,
one
and
I'm
I think
talking
he
about.
started coughing. He was like,
Yeah,
like
that's the one
stop,
I'm
don't,
talking about. And I think that was Kelly
Oh,
Clarkson.
okay,
Yeah, I
oh,
think that
okay.
was Kelly Clarkson still. But yeah, I mean, so we know that he knows what's going on to an extent. You know what I'm saying? He's a part of that life.
But that is the extremely annoying shit from this dude. If you're gonna don't play both sides,
Hmm.
dude. This is like when a hood dude becomes a cop and he's like, "Hey man, I got you."
Right,
No,
right,
be a
right.
fucking
You got to choose
cop.
one. Choose one. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Don't, bro. It's you gotta know what hill to die on. You know
Hey,
what hill to
I
die on,
like
bro.
that.
Don't be like, don't tell us the truth and then be like, and then they shut you up and then you go back.
Exactly. Well, well,
It's like kind of like when Kyrie apologized
right.
and people were like, "What the fuck did you
Exactly,
apologize?"
exactly. You backtracking now. You know what I'm saying? Stand on your square, essentially. Stand on your square and go for what you said. Go for what you believe in. All the way. You know what I'm saying? But the pressure gets to them. And we don't know that pressure yet.
Yeah,
We
it's
don't know
scary.
that pressure yet. Because they could be
Yeah,
what?
so we can't really
Right.
judge them because it could be, bro. They have so many things that they could either throw him in
What did we
jail,
talk about
put
earlier?
out like a sex tape,
What did we talk
kill
about
his
earlier? Exactly, the
family.
family shit. They could do
Oh
shit to
yeah,
your family, They could disease you. You know what I'm saying? They could do all. They don't play. We said this earlier. They don't play. They
bro.
are
The only way to I feel like do something is to be like a higher up, and then like you want out, but you need like someone to say this to voice your message.
explain.
You need to get like you need like someone be like, hey man, could put this out there, say this or say
Okay,
that. This is
okay.
some truth,
Well,
But
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like
And you know the point is that things have to be done behind the scenes. It's not so much again, and this is why I always say I love Tupac. Right? This is I grew up looking up to him, but he talked a little bit too much. He was too outspoken.
sad, but I mean, it was part of his job.
And exactly that's right. Exactly that's right. And he was there to inspire someone to get those things really done, right? But that method doesn't work because it's too out there and things need to be changed behind the scenes. Now, if you're too worried
Yeah.
about people realizing that you did it, then you're not even supposed to do it in the first place. Because why are you worried about fame and recognition? You know what I'm saying? As long as you know you made a change, that should be enough, right? So, you know, it's something where you got to figure out how to get the message out without, like you just said, if you're able, I mean, that'd be a good method if you had someone to kind of be that spokesperson, just like they do to
It's
us,
just
just
like,
like
bro,
they
you
do
know
to
how they
us,
like
just like they do to us. The president is
explain.
their spokesperson. You know what I'm saying? That's their president of the
Yes,
company.
yeah, bro. I mean, you've heard it. Like the Black Panthers have said it, or like people after the Black Panther said it. Like why we should not have like the Messiah
Right.
complex.
Okay.
Like we
Explain that
shouldn't
for
give
the
no one the
viewers.
let the let
Explain that
the
for the
let the
viewers though.
message be the leader.
Right. Right.
Let the message be the
Don't
leader.
idolize that
Not
one
don't give it to
person.
one.
Don't.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Like let's say, bro, like let's say you and me, we met like a bunch of people that were like us. Fucking impossible, first of all.
Oh,
But
indeed.
I'm just saying, if we met
Indeed.
people that were like you and me or whatever, we wouldn't be like, okay, Mark and Daniel are like the leaders. No, we're gonna be like the message. Just act this way. It's either a philosophy, a way of living, or a political thing, or just some a blueprint for something. But don't be like, oh, this is the guy, because he always gets killed and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
They always they always die. They always die.
Always when you appoint someone, don't appoint anything.
Exactly.
Let the
Let the
message
message.
carry on its
And
own.
this is why Bobby Hemmett says, "Don't follow me." He says, "None of this shit I'm teaching you, none of the shit I'm talking about is to follow. It's about understanding. The
Yeah,
thing about it is understanding the message, right? But human nature, we just want to follow someone, right? We want to look to someone.
because it's like it's easy for us.
It is. It's easy to follow a person versus an idea.
Damn.
It's
Yeah.
very easy.
Very true. And which is sad because we have ideas every day.
And who
You know what I'm
and
saying?
the 1% really go after the ideas. Well, the 1% really adapt the ideas into real life, right? But for the most of us, for the most part, obviously not us, but for most people of humans, we like to follow people. We like to follow the trends, you know what I'm saying? People setting the trends, you know what I'm saying? The celebrities, you know what I'm saying? We like to follow their life and, adopt what they adopt. And this is the issue with today. You know what I'm saying? But the message of understanding what the hell is going on, that is key, key, key. This is something that we have to drill into our heads. You know what I'm saying? That is something that we have to. Because if again, we can name a list of names, bro. What's his name? What's dude's name?
Tate?
No, no, no. Well, that him too. But what's the other dude's name? Fred Hampton killed.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah. 23, right?
20,
Or
21,
24?
21 years old.
Oh my God,
21
that's
years old. Shot him
ridiculous.
up in his bed with his wife and kids, pregnant wife, I believe. Shot him up in his bed. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what
Bro,
they
what do you think
do.
about this? What do you think about this, bro? I thought about you when this dude said it. Charleston White was saying, he was getting interviewed and they asked him, like, hey man, how do you think your life is like? What do you think is gonna be like the end goal of your life or whatever? And he was like, I think my life is gonna play out like Tupac should have. Like this is gonna be like if Tupac, like if you guys saw Tupac get old. He's like, that's what I am now.
Hmm.
And I'm like, damn, that kind of, you don't think so?
See,
Like if Tupac would have got older,
man, I'm telling you, bro. I always agree with like 60% of what he says.
yeah, yeah.
Always, like, I get where he's coming
You know,
from.
bro, regardless what he says or anyone says, he has done a lot of good things for the
Indeed,
community.
exactly, and no one can
You
take that
know,
away from him. No one can take that
Um,
away. If he goes
he's
out
helped a
there,
lot, bro. He had like a little he had like a little carnivore, like a little rally, bro, and he had like all like the moms of dead rappers like King Von, people
oh
like that. He
really?
brought all like their moms out to, yeah, he brought them together and bought them food and took them
Wow,
out to eat, things like that. Yeah,
wow,
yeah. So it's really, really like
wow. Okay,
he's just very I feel like it's just, and we're gonna have to do it maybe, bro. He just that way he gets his message out
yeah.
there.
Wow, I'm honestly impressed. I'm not gonna even lie. That's impressive.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh man, I love Charleston White, man.
yeah,
I know he gets a lot of like flack, but I just look at the good things he
yeah,
does. I think he might get like, taken out. That's how good I think he's doing. I think right now, other than there's no one doing it, especially a black man.
yeah.
I don't see who else. At least I'm pretty obviously there's people out there doing shit, but
Mhm.
I'm saying in the limelight, like
Yeah.
number one, like target type of shit. Like he's coming at everyone. You saw the shit that he did with what is it, Jay
Jay
Prince?
Prince, yeah.
Or
but
what,
Jay,
bro?
but
He
Jay,
tried to perform
but yeah, Jay
or
Prince
do
canceled
something
that
over
shit.
there.
Yeah, he canceled that shit. Yeah, mob ties, bro.
Bro, that dude is
He's
connected, man.
connected, bro.
Like
You can't fuck with
he's
him.
connected,
He
connected.
shut his shit down. Said the mayor
That shit
to
is
the police.
crazy.
He went to the police and they said you cannot have your shit.
Bro, there's deeper shit. There's some shit deeper than that. Because when you're literally with the boys or whatever, it's like,
Bro. That
I don't
that
know.
that's real life.
When them people listen to you, I question that.
That's right. And you should, and you should. But that's real life mob, Godfather shit. That's real life shit,
That shit is
bro.
crazy,
The
bro.
cops shut
Like,
Charleston White down. Think about that for a second. Anyone think the cops, not not no politician, the police force shut him down.
bro, he can't be that good, and I'll end it here. He can't be that good, bro, when he has Shakur out there playing dice and shit. He remember he was in
Yeah,
Shakur Stevenson.
yeah,
He was in the same place when Takeoff got
exactly,
shot or whatever.
exactly.
And I'm like, dude, this is like one of the greatest fighters. This is your
Right.
fighter, and you have him in here with all these
Hmm.
hooligans just playing dice and shit. Who the fuck is playing dice, bro? I'm telling you, bro. These rappers and just people in the hood, bro. And I don't blame them. Like they just love like street shit,
Yeah,
bro. When you're a
bro,
millionaire, still
bro,
playing with dice, you
bro.
got a chain on, still playing with dice.
Look, for people
Like
that don't understand it, have you what? Everyone's well. If you haven't watched Scarface, go watch Scarface. But if you've ever felt, or if you watch a movie and you think, "Damn, that shit would be fun to be in." Maybe you didn't watch the ending yet, but in the middle of it, you say, "Damn, I kind of want my life to be like that."
what? Like the take it to the limit
Take
scene
it to the
in
limit.
Scarface. Yeah, and then he's just counting all the
Right.
money, bro. I always think about that
Yeah.
shit.
That part right there, when everything is going good, that is what people fall in love with. Because
Yes.
in the middle of all the bullshit, in the middle of all the drama, is a certain is a certain spot of bliss. Knowing that you are
Yes.
the man, you are getting money, you got the bitches. If you got all three of those things, essentially for the small-minded dudes, that's everything. That's all they need. They don't need anything more. They're not trying to help nobody, which
And every single one of them dudes always thinks, "Oh, I can survive." That's why they
they
do it.
think they're
Because
different.
no, I mean,
They think they're different.
because no one ever is like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this knowing I'm gonna die." No
No,
one does
no,
that.
no. They well, actually, not at the start. Some people kind of recognize that they probably will die. Maybe during,
Yeah, but it's not the ones that are like fast. It's not really
no,
like for
yeah,
real.
yeah, facts. Well, they crash and burn. They crash and burn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it is a feeling of you being in a movie. And if anyone wants to understand what it is like being in the streets and why it's such an addicting thing to look at, is because it feels like you're in a movie and it gets addicting. And it gets to the point
Every
where
day is an
every
episode.
day is an episode. You're not going to work, which obviously that's not something that humans do or supposed to do. But you're not going to work. You're essentially going out every day, making a lot of money, getting a lot of girls, and you're going to parties, clubs. It's a movie. That's shit that you see at a
Yeah.
movie. So
That should never last like
bro,
10
I don't
years.
care
Like
who
10.
you
There's
are.
no like
I don't care who
there
you
isn't
are.
like 30, 40-year-old like drug dealers or
No, well,
right?
if they are, they went to jail for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they learned a lot. They got a lot of
They got a lot of
scars.
scars. They either went to jail or I don't care who you are. Something's gonna follow. Either people around you are gonna die, right? I know
Yeah.
someone that closest friend got killed. About it'll be a year soon. Close friend got killed. Um, either you're gonna die, people around you are gonna die, or you're gonna go to jail. It's those three things. And number one, you can't even spend the money that you make. Really, you can only buy what clothes, things that you can buy
Yeah, we
cash.
talked about it, right,
Yeah,
bro? Because
every
it's not like this is another thing. Damn, bro, we should make an episode about this. But like we should talk about how the mob and like the hoods operate. The mob I feel like is more I
by
mean, bro,
by
this is so
by
deep,
by
but I feel
mob
like the
by
mob
mob you mean mafia?
yeah.
Okay, indeed. Go ahead.
I'm saying they're more like educated, obviously, bro,
Right.
because they're intertwined with the government and shit like
Hmm.
that, which is it's interesting. But I think they're in like I mean you've seen The Sopranos, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're not like on the block.
Right. No.
They got mansions. They're eating good. They know how to money launder.
Right.
They're like
Right.
smart and shit
Facts.
like that. They
Facts.
keep it in the family.
Thousand.
There's
Thousand.
they have class
Thousand. Thousand.
too as well.
Thousand.
You know.
Thousand. Thousand. Yeah, well,
Cause you're saying, bro, like, oh, I could buy his like clothes and shit like
right.
that. Them dudes in the mob, they could buy
Yeah,
whips,
they could buy
cars, go
houses.
on
Right,
vacation.
right. They get
Bro, El Chapo, bro, when he got arrested, they said that he used to take a plane, I think, to Russia, bro, to get like some like skin tightening like therapy and shit. From Mexico just to Russia, just taking a jet, just for like some crazy like therapy and shit. Like these dudes are loaded, man.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
And the thing about it is the connection thing.
Yeah, it is,
You
bro,
know,
because there's no secret why them dudes are always in office or there's a political thing,
exactly.
you know?
Like the thing about black people, right? Because I'll use them because that's whoever thinking about the streets, that's what you're thinking of. Just don't lie about it. You're thinking about black people. You know, say let's be real for a second, all right? So the thing about black people is and I say black people specifically. I don't say Africans. I don't say Jamaicans. I say black people, right? Because no country, they don't have anyone to go back to. With Italians, they got a whole country to go back to see how they operated, to look on. Okay, this is how they did
Oh
this shit.
shit.
Mexicans, I mean, they already have their own literal country to go back on, right? Even the Mexicans in America have their country to go back on and see how they did things. Black people, we're there to figure shit out for ourselves, and 90% of the time, our ancestors, our elders have been cut off from us that really knew how to do this shit, and we don't know shit about it, right? I mean, nowadays you go to Chicago, all the gang leaders, I think back in like late 90s were all put in jails. And that's when like the crime and the violence really started popping, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's because there was no gang leaders, there was no organization in yeah,
Oh,
exactly. There was nothing. Everything was
wow,
free
dang,
reign.
that's a good point.
Everything was free reign. So, you know, no matter either way it's wrong, right? It's not right, but at the same time, when you have structure, things can operate things can operate in a way. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't, we see it today, the carnage, the chaos that can come from it. You know, the seizing of whole houses, cars. You know, 50 Cent got a line, 50 Cent got a line. I think it goes Feds sees the Fed sees the C6 and now I'm rolling in a Toyota a Corolla. You feel me? Like yeah, like they don't see cuz you didn't do it right.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, I don't even think you should try to, but there are ways, but it is very hard to do it if you have no connections. And for you to even put yourself out to have a connection, you're putting yourself in risk alone. You know what I'm saying? So it is
I'm also a firm believer, bro. I wonder if you are too. That when you're making money in a negative way, that money is negative. And everything you buy, if you were to build a house with that money, that's just if something's gonna go wrong with it. That's what I believe.
in a way I also do that as well. My thing is, right, and I'm with you on that, but I also recognize it's the fact that we think that makes it true.
Ooh.
Because how many white dudes are making money off people dying, getting sick, losing their
Oh
life,
shit, that's a good point.
getting, what I'm saying, getting shots, and they're living good. Why? Because they have no remorse and they don't give a fuck. And the fact that they don't give a fuck means the world.
Is it really that, bro? You don't think it's a universal law
Why?
behind it?
Well, why do good people die so young? You heard that before. Why do good people die and why do the grimy do, what I'm saying, do good sometimes? Wouldn't that
I
isn't
don't know.
isn't that a imbalance right there? No, don't get me wrong. I'm with you on that, right? I mean, that's just how but I think it's because of the way, obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the way that we've been kind of grown up. You know what I'm saying? That we've kind of been, maybe things in our life kind of went that way as
Yeah,
well.
maybe I'm just attributing it like the karma that comes with like doing illegal shit. Maybe I'm attributing it to like the wrong thing.
Right.
Instead of money, it's just you're doing something
Right,
bad.
because also illegal doesn't mean bad, right? Illegal,
No,
right?
no, it doesn't. Yeah,
Slavery was legal before, so is that good? You know what I'm saying? So,
that's crazy,
yeah,
bro.
slave doesn't, illegal doesn't mean bad or good or bad or not like that. It's not. It just means the governing body deems it as incorrect. That's how I look at legal and illegal. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
But if you're saying it like that, bro, what about when you come to laws with like about like killing people?
Yeah. Well,
Like there has
well,
to be like a moral thing, you
true.
know?
Well. That is universal, right? That
That's
has always been don't kill. Even again, we don't really go by the Bible, right? But we know,
I was waiting for it.
right? Thou shalt not kill. Even though, again, the
Yeah, yeah.
Bible is some BS, but we can't be ignorant enough to know that there is some good things in it. I always say that. I hate to be the guy to say it.
Yeah, there's good and bad in
Hey,
everything.
there's
Yeah.
good in thing. There's good in some things in everything. There's good in everything. There's bad in everything as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to just be able to find it. You know what I'm saying? So that, that has always been a universal law. Don't kill because I think Pharaoh explained this before. Young Pharaoh, or Black Pharaoh. What's his name? I don't even remember his name. Young Pharaoh?
Young
Yeah,
Pharaoh.
Young
You
Pharaoh.
said Black
I said
Pharaoh?
Black
That's
Pharaoh,
funny.
but essentially, if you kill someone, you're killing yourself. And he explained it,
Yes, and
because
I like that.
everyone is connected to each other. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. If you need to kill,
And in the Quran it says if you killing one man, it's like killing like all of humanity.
yeah, everyone's connected to each other. That's
Yeah,
every it's a tether between each other. There's a tether. You know what I'm saying? And now don't get me. Now we're not misconstruing this. Don't get this misconstrued. If someone is trying to kill you, go ahead and do what you need to do. But what I'm saying, just the law of it, the universal thing is, essentially you're hurting yourself, right? Because everyone is connected spiritually. That's you know.
bro. So now that we're talking about dying, man, let's talk about our boy Tate.
That's a good transition.
Um,
That's a good transition. Yeah.
so Andrew Tate, man, this dude has been in jail for what 3 months?
Bro, is he still in
La
jail? Why are we here? Why am I hearing negative
Yes,
things? Why am I hearing different
yes, he
things?
is, bro. No, I was literally gonna get to it like a couple weeks ago. I saw that he got his detention or whatever, bro, got extended another 30 days. That's all they've been doing, just extending it, extending it, extending it. So it's another 30 days, and we talked about it, bro. Like I think, cause okay, he has cancer now, and I feel like they're gonna keep extending it to the point until he dies, and then they're like, okay, you can go now. Now that you're dead,
Mhm.
you know, cause they don't have him like But there's people here like that, of course. That it's like shit, man. Like the whole like you're what guilty until proven whatever the
Yeah.
fuck. No, innocent until proven
Right.
guilty or whatever. So it's like he hasn't been found of anything. You know, they're just detaining
Right.
him.
Well, and it's interesting that you say that as far as his sickness, right?
Yeah,
Because
lung cancer.
lung cancer, right? Now, I watched this old Bobby Hemmett video, right? Obviously, Bobby Hemmett was very active in the 90s and early 2000s. But there's a point where he was talking about Muhammad Ali. If people don't know, white people hated Muhammad Ali when he was able to talk, and they loved him when he wasn't. When he got that Parkinson's disease, they loved him. They gave him a Nobel Prize or whatever. They named things after him, right? But when he was talking that talk, you go look up old videos of him. He
Oh
is
yeah, I know. Yeah.
unapologetically black. He don't fuck with nobody else but
Remember, bro?
black
They
people.
hated him. They really hated him when he didn't go to
Exactly,
Vietnam.
yeah. They stripped him of his belts, right? Didn't they do that?
I think, or they
They
arrested him.
arrested him.
Maybe
I think
one
he
of
had
those
to go to
two.
jail or some shit like that, right? So white people did
Yeah.
not like him. But they had a movie. They made a movie about him. I think in the 80s. But there's a movie about him, and in the movie, he's in a store, right? And a white old woman comes up to him and says, "If you don't keep that mouth shut, they're going to shut it for you." Couple years later, he gets diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Now, of course, the easy thing to say is, yeah, he was hit a lot in
That's what I
boxing,
thought.
right? Which obviously that's logical. But
It could be, yeah.
but this movie came out before he was not able to talk. He was still he's in the movie. He's in the movie. It's starring him. It's starring him.
Oh, you
Yeah,
didn't tell
it's
me
starring
that.
him. And in the
Oh
movie, the white
shit.
woman says the people, white people are gonna shut you up for good if you don't stop talking. And Elijah Muhammad told him, you need to tone it down because they're not gonna let you keep doing this shit. And what happened? He couldn't talk no more. Now you see Andrew Tate. What was he doing? He was talking that real. What they do? It didn't even last 3 years.
Not even
Not
one.
well, yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying. Well, he was doing a
Oh no,
lot
no,
of
I'm
shit.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about him being in
yeah,
jail.
right. But yeah, he was doing a lot of shit. Right. But I get what you're saying. Yeah. So it didn't even last 3 years of him going out and getting popular and being big. Not even 3 years, and they put him in
He was
jail.
already
Yeah, he
rich.
was
He
already
was already
rich.
rich, so that doesn't bother them.
Exactly. He's already,
That
that
doesn't bother
doesn't
them.
bother
Remember,
them.
bro, it's like you can get as big as you want. You just can't get too close.
Exactly. And you cannot change the masses. He was teaching men how to be men again. He was, you know what I'm saying? And they don't
Bro,
fuck with that.
once you have the power of influence, man, we gotta roll in like a bulletproof
Facts.
car. Like
Facts.
once you have the power of people are listening to you and they're like, wow, yes, and
Yep.
they're agreeing. Bro, the fact I don't want to go too deep into this, but bro, like I'm pretty sure a lot of people became Muslim after he did.
Did he? Oh, I didn't even know he's Muslim.
We've been talked
Yeah,
about this,
Andrew
bro.
Tate.
Bro, he literally only has one book in prison and it's the Quran.
Wow, I had no clue.
Yeah.
No wait, no
Yeah.
kidding.
So it's like he's calling a lot of people like
Yeah.
towards it. Like look at the Aiden Ross thing.
Right.
You know, like Aiden Ross wants to be Muslim too. Like Aiden Ross, man, shouts out to him honestly, man, because he's gone on no fap. He's working out like crazy, sleeping good, no partying, no drugs, no nothing because of Andrew Tate. He
Mm.
even shaved his head bald.
Yeah, I sound that. I did see that.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's like you're doing the okay, bro. You see what I just said about Aiden Ross? You know he got banned from Twitch just for doing that.
Really?
No bullshit. That's all he did was just spread positivity, motivate people, and help people out. Look it up. And now he's on like some other platform or whatever. I think it's called. Is it back? It's called something. Or I forgot the name of it, but you could curse on there and do all this shit. But um, yeah, Twitch kicked him off just for that. I know he wasn't doing nothing bad, bro. He was celibate, no drugs, working out, and they kicked him off for that.
Wow.
That's how you know.
That's how you know.
Yeah, that's how you know.
Anything
Yep.
positive, really positive, because people can be fake positive all the time, but really positive, they gonna get you. They gonna get you.
You know what's something I was talking about with my friend, bro? This will open your eyes like crazy, bro. Remember, bro, when we were younger in the summer, when you would watch Nickelodeon, sometimes they would say, "Oh, go out and play."
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't have that fucking
That
no
that's
more.
gone now, eh?
Do you remember? I
I
literally
yeah.
remember that you literally could not watch TV.
Yeah.
It was called a 24-hour like day of play or
Oh wait, no,
something.
no, I don't remember that. They
Yeah, it
literally would
was.
stop broadcasting.
Yes, yes.
Oh
Look it up.
no, no.
24-hour, bro. 24 hours. Go outside. Go have fun. And I swear to God, it would literally make me go outside.
Really? They would actually
Yes,
stop broadcasting.
all day.
Wow.
24 hours. Look it up. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm about to look that up. 'Cause no, that.
We should definitely talk about that,
Yeah.
bro. We could definitely make like a clip about that.
Yeah, I didn't.
But
That might be slight. Well, cause remember, I was only in the states for the summers.
I mean they don't have Nick in where you came from?
No, they had YTV, which was like,
White
it
TV.
it was they had like Nickelodeon shows on it, but I
Oh,
did
okay,
watch
okay.
Nickelodeon. I did watch Nickelodeon when I was in the states, in the summers. Yeah,
Okay.
but hold on, Nickelodeon 24.
We're just for 24-hour go outside or day to go outside.
Obviously I believe you, but
Yeah.
don't hide, go outside. Worldwide Day of Play.
Yup. Yes, day of play. Yup.
Holy shit. Oc-
Now we're gonna talk about that. We have to.
October 2nd, 2004.
That's what when it stopped or
That's
started.
when it started. It says it stopped in 2019.
Okay. Okay. What? Damn. So they were still
They're
doing
doing
that
that for a
then.
little bit, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Wow.
Damn.
That is shocking. I'm genuinely shocked that they
Oh,
did that.
obviously stopped in 2019 because of COVID.
Exactly. That's when the
Oh,
new
okay. So
era
shit. I
started.
should shut the fuck up then. They kept doing it. I guess,
Well,
which is
but
pretty good.
but you know, we know that now. We know that now what's going on with today. You know what I'm saying? So we shouldn't be surprised that shit stopped at 2019. That's when a lot of the bullshit kind of really popped
Oh,
off.
yeah, that was a great reset.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's when shit really kind of. And we always said to ourselves, what the fuck were they trying to do? Maybe it's all of this shit. Maybe it's all this, alphabet gang shit. Maybe it's all. Maybe it's
I think it was a test, honestly.
to see how we'd react.
Yes, this is just a test. Yeah, and in like another 10, 15 years is gonna be another one. Or just they're gonna attack us from another place, so, bro. Because a lot of people folded.
Yeah, a lot.
Like a lot of bro. Look how fast we were in lockdowns.
Especially, I'm gonna be real, right? Because I know, obviously, you have an immigrant family. I have an immigrant family. And I know a lot of people that I know personally have immigrant families. A lot of the immigrants, bro, were just scared as fuck. and people don't know that immigrants make this country. You know what I'm saying? Like we are immigrants. That's why this country is thriving as far as economically so well.
Yeah, that's why the president still hasn't said, "Oh, let's deport all the illegals."
Yeah,
That'll never happen
we
because the economy would
exactly.
just.
It would shoot down. But I
Um,
do know that a lot of immigrant and again I'm saying because I know my family's and they were scared as fuck. And I'm not
of
gonna
what?
or just no
Dying?
no no well of just the virus and I can't blame them, but it's just the fact they didn't deal with it correctly. Everything they did was focusing on that. I mean I remember my dad was watching literally the movie Virus. I walked into him
Gotta be
watching the video
that's
or
funny
watching the
as
movie. I'm
hell.
like, Dad, what are you doing? I actually got mad at
That
him.
is funny as
Yeah, like I
hell.
got mad. I'm like, bro, why are you watching that? And he started to laugh. He said, I'm just watching it. Like, I'm just like, bro,
Yeah, just like so
yeah,
just
like,
being hyped about the virus.
bro, like, yo, like we do this shit to ourselves, man. But you know,
Bro, were you scared at all? I don't think I ever asked you.
bro. No, no. I
I was
was
scared. I'm being honest. I
worrisome.
was scared literally up to the point that they were like when they were like only essential people could be outside. I was like, oh shit, I guess we're fucking gonna die now. Like,
I was worrisome as far as like maybe
remember the
nah.
gym, bro?
Calzans?
I remember that vividly, dude. I
What?
remember when
What?
you would call me. I remember you called me one day. You're like, yeah, bro. He's saying like you can't come over here right now.
Oh, yeah, I do remember it because we're gonna go there, and like he said, I can't remember if it was like before a certain time or something like that. But
No, it was just that it didn't meet the capacity. Like it was only 3 or 4 people could
oh,
be in
okay,
there.
okay,
And then
yeah,
I
okay,
remember Marco was there, and then you got
yeah,
there, and then because I remember I would see the paper. It started off like I would see the paper, and then eventually
yeah,
he was like, "No,
yeah,
you can't come at
yeah. I
all."
remember he let me there for a while. He let me come for a while, but then I think for like 2 to 3 months or no, it was longer than that. Yeah, no one could go, no one could go. Um, bro, he would must been. We won't even go into that with on here, but yeah, man, I wasn't really I wasn't scared, but sometimes I might have been worrisome because I know my stepmom she had it in the house. Yeah,
Oh
she had yeah.
shit! You didn't tell me
No, I
that.
didn't tell you because I didn't want you to be scared. To be honest with you, I swear to God.
Oh, you're smart.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fucked up, yo.
I didn't want
I
you to
could
be
have
scared
died.
because shut up, bro. I wore my mask around her, everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't want you to be scared and shit like that. But yeah, she definitely did have it.
That reminds me of like the tattoo thing.
What tattoo thing?
When I didn't tell you, oh, it didn't hurt
Did you tell me
because
that?
I didn't want you to be scared.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, okay,
I was
yes,
like, nah,
yes,
bro.
yeah,
I was like, it doesn't
yeah, yeah,
hurt because
yeah.
I didn't want you to be
You're right,
like
right, right, right,
scared.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't, Nah, I get where you're coming from, and I think it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she had it.
So how was she? How was it for her? Did she lose taste or smell or?
She definitely looked sick. She definitely looked sick. She
Oh,
definitely looked sick. And I don't even know if I had it, but I definitely got sick maybe a couple months ago in August of last year. But I took the test and I didn't have it. It came out negative. But I
okay.
was sick for one day. For what my head was pounding that one night. I
Okay.
woke up the next day. It was gone.
I was gone.
It was
Okay.
gone. It was gone. But
Man, that shit was what a thing that was,
did you
man.
catch it at all?
No,
Oh, that's
no,
good.
I took the vaccine.
Yeah, yeah,
Sadly,
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I know,
I better not have caught it.
but no, my stepmom took the vaccine as well. She got it too. She got it a couple times.
Which one did she get?
I don't know, bro.
You remember?
I have
I
no
know it don't
clue.
fucking
Yeah,
matter.
it don't even matter, bro. She took
Like it
something.
really matters.
She took something for it
Hey man, that vaccine, man, that shit showed a lot. That shit made me think, bro. They could just do martial law like this
like
tomorrow.
that, and people would just be lining up. Would just be lining up, Um, but shit, yeah, we about an hour or so. We all over the hour. So we gonna wrap it up. You feel what I'm saying?
All right.
But yeah, man, like and subscribe for more content, man. Let us know what you guys think in the comments.
Yep.
You feel me? Um, Again, fuck with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the video.
Yep.
You feel me? And we
Subscribe.
subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Ism podcast.
All right.
Ism is the future. Peace.
Provide the leadership to the people's revolution so he can take this country and change it. Turn it upside down and put the last first and the first last. Not only for black people, but for all people.